Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another episode of Let's Talk About Things. This episode I'm going to be talking about anime, specifically Mobile Suit Gundam anime. That's definitely my favorite anime franchise of all time, of all the anime of existence. Other anime that I also like a lot is Berserk and Attack on Titan. Claymore was alright, Gungrave was alright, and then a bunch of other animes that I watched and didn't really care much about. Yeah. Oh, there's Love Hina. I actually like that pretty good. But yeah, it wasn't as good as the manga because they changed a little bit of things and it didn't go all the way to the very end. But of course, that's a problem with almost all anime to manga adaptations. They usually stop after like 1 or 2 seasons because I don't know, they ran out of money, the ratings went on too low or something, or people lost interest, the companies lost interest or money, financial problems, stuff like that, creativity disputes or something. Yeah, but Berserk, they said they're gonna release adaptation to. I should probably stop covering the mic, my face. They said they're gonna release adaptation from I mean, not beginning because they already did. They had some movies and the original anime series from like in the 90s. But yeah, they're basically saying from the movies to the end of the story. They did skip some content, but yeah, same thing they with the Berserk video game, Band of the Hawk. They said they're gonna have everything, but in the end they did cut some content. But they did have like add some other stuff, like Wild, that who wasn't in the anime or the movies. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of off topic. I want to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam. So actually, I had no idea what Mobile Suit Gundam is. The very first Gundam series I ever saw was, let me look up the name. I had the wiki just for the list. I'm not gonna read much about it yet. Okay, yeah. So the first series that I watched was actually Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. So, yeah, I liked it a lot. It had great visuals and very nice storyline and lots of cool mobile suits. So definitely my favorite mobile suit design of like every series is always the grunt suits. Almost always the grunt suits. The Gundams themselves, not too big into them, but for the mobile suit Gundam Seed for Seed series, is this Seed or CD, or is that from Final Fantasy? Whatever. Yeah, because I think it's like SEE capital D or something, or was that Final Fantasy 8? Regardless, that's another off-topic thing, tangent. So yeah, so for the Gundams, I actually like Buster Gundam. I thought he was pretty cool. And yeah, if you don't know my original videos, well, maybe not the originals, but some of my early videos were of Mobile Suit Gundam model kits, aka Gunpla. Yeah, I stopped building them. I kind of got lost interest in them. I moved on to Lego, and then I lost interest in that. And I went on to drawing, and I lost interest in that. And now I'm doing let's plays and vlogs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my interest tends to shift, and then yeah. Anyway, so for the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, I mostly like the Strike Dagger. The Strike Gundam was also cool, especially since it could like they had like the different weapon packs and stuff like that change into different things. But the Strike Dagger was super duper awesome. I always liked the mass production look, because like the regular Gundams, they always have like that face. If you watched the earlier video, you know I don't like the faces on the robots. I like the Transformers, too much details on the face, trying to make it look too human. Robots are supposed to look robotic, big and bulky, which is also why I usually like the mass production suits, because they're big and bulky. Yeah. Well, for Gundam Seed, they weren't that big and bulky, but there's like a siege hound dog or something, but it's basically the BQ Bukui. It launches cannons. It has like the cannons in the back and stuff. It's really cool. But also for the Zaft, which was the bad guys, I also like that they have like the flyer dudes, the mobile Jins, the mobile Dins, like all the mass production suits, super duper awesome. The Gundam suits are okay, not really. Yeah. By Gundam Seed Destiny, they kind of switched the plot around, and then they introduced like Zaku warriors, Rickdom, Trophin, or like basically they had like copies of the original Mobile Suit Gundam mass production suits, and I mean it was cool to see like a more modern version, but also why couldn't they just stick to the Jins and the Dins and the Strike Daggers, like upgrade those, don't go back to the original series. But yeah, so after when I did watch the original series, I was like, whoa, the plot is almost identical to Gundam Seed. So I guess Gundam Seed adapted is like, I guess you could say Gundam Seed is a remake of the original Gundam Mobile Suit Gundam. Almost all the series has nothing to do with the original series later on. Like the first few series were like continuous, like continuing the same storyline, but in the end it's always like a brand new series, brand new mobile suits. The story is like nothing alike. Only Mobile Suit Gundam Seed they went back and tried to make it similar. And then also there's Mobile Suit Gundam 00, which is also is not like a one-to-one remake of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, but it does definitely has some similarities with super ultra powerful Gundams that can destroy billions of freaking enemy mobile suits, the mass production suits. They shoot it, can't even dent them, like ridiculously overpowered, like they don't even struggle. Like Mobile Suit Gundams 00, there's one episode where they're just standing there like, oh, we can't move because there's 50, 100 suits blasting at us, so we can't move. But even with all those like hundreds of bullets and missiles and like freaking launching at them, they don't take a single scratch, not a single dent. So freaking unrealistic. I mean, I'm sure like is there something like that in real life? Like I read that like Abrams tanks are basically invincible, but they still get damaged. They're not invincible. They can still get scratched and dented. But apparently most of the time they get destroyed by friendly fire and not like enemy. Yeah, but I'm sure if they launched like a tank cannon or shot it out with machine guns, there would definitely be like dents, scratches or something. Definitely leaves a mark. But in like Gundam 00, nothing, nada. They don't even bother like drawing a scratch or something, like a rust or anything. There's like zero effect. Yeah, that's kind of off topic. I kind of skipped ahead, but yeah. So back to the original Mobile Suit Gundam. I love the gym. I even like the ball. One of my early videos is a stop motion video of the ball. Yeah. I like the Zaku 1s, the Zaku 2s, and then when it got up like the Goof and the Doms and the Rick Doms, like it's okay. My stop motion building triple Black Star triple Dom attack, that one is probably the best Gundam stop motion video I made. That was really super duper cool. Yeah. So mostly like the gyms and the Zakus, the Gilgoogs, the Doms, the Rick Doms, like the other stuff is alright, but definitely not as cool as the Zakus. And then Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, I watched it, part of it, I didn't finish it because, I don't know, it just wasn't as compelling as the original. Like, here's the thing with the Mobile Suit Gundam series, like, they always change the cast in the next series. Even if it's continuing the same storyline, almost all the characters are gone. I think that's a problem with most anime, like freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! I should talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! In another series or something, in another video, but yeah, freaking changing the story, not changing the story, but like changing everything freaking every time. Sometimes they'll allude to the past, but I don't like it. I mean, but Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, that's pretty close. It's a pretty direct continuation of the Mobile Suit Gundam. Yeah. And the suits, even though a lot of them, they were like the Gym 2, and like the Gym 2 was alright, but like the other stuff, like I didn't like those suits at all. Not the Zeta Gundam, none of that stuff. Yeah, Double Z I never watched, and Char's Counterattack I also never watched. I actually ordered that DVD. I also have a video on my Gundam DVD collection. I actually ordered that DVD, but for some reason the UPS person or FedEx or whoever the hell delivered it, they left it on the floor or they put it in someone's mailbox or something. I checked the tracking number, said delivered, and it said like put outside in the delivered in the customer's porch. And I go outside, I search around the house, I search neighbors' houses, nothing, nada, nothing. So I ended up getting a refund because they ran out of the DVD, which is unfortunate. And I never watched it ever since. Mobile Suit SD Gundam Super Deformed Gundam. I don't believe I didn't actually watch it because I don't think it was available in the US. I think I was able to find like a couple episodes. I mean, I'm sure if you search online you can see it. There's no storyline or anything, nothing spectacular, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Now I'm really reading a list based on like what year they came out, by the way. So the next one is Mobile Suit Gundam 80. The original takes place in 79 that year. So I don't know if Gundam 00 is supposed to be like the year 00 and then it's like connected to the 0079, and 9, the original series. Probably not. Who knows? Maybe it's an alternate universe or something. Anyway, go back to 80 War in the Pocket. This is definitely by far my favorite Gundam anime series of the entire freaking franchise. And I'll tell you why right now. Because it made me cry. Yeah. Because I'll tell you a brief synopsis of the plot. But so basically, the war in the original series is between the Federation, which is Earth, versus Zeon, which is the space colonies. But of course, there's not just those two forces. There's like neutral space colonies and stuff like that. So it takes place in a neutral space colony, but there happened to be like a Federation base testing a prototype Gundam, which is actually almost identical to the pilot of the Mobile Suit Gundam. There's a neutral colony, there's scientists, Federation troops and stuff building a secret Gundam. Yeah. And then the Zeon forces invade with their Zakus and stuff like that. Yeah, so this one, same thing. Zeon sends in a commando squad with Zakus and Camphor and versus to try to destroy that prototype Gundam. They want to covertly destroy it because they don't want to take any military action because technically it's a neutral colony and technically no one's supposed to be building any secret mobile suits on it. Yeah. So like, so they try to, well, I don't remember everything, but basically the main characters is Bernard, or aka Bernie. He's the Zeon pilot. There's shoot, what was the girl's name again? Alexandra? Christy. Oh, Christina. Wait, yeah. Wow. I actually tried to read up on it, but then I guess I forgot the name because I don't really care about her. But yeah, she's the secret Gundam pilot. And then there's Alfred. He's a friend of both the girl and the boy, and they end up all being friends. But they can't live happy forever because, well, the girl doesn't know that Bernard or Bernie is actually a Zeon pilot, but Alfred knows. So it's really touching. So basically what happens is they failed, Bernard and his team fail to destroy the Gundam prototype. They all die except for him. So, and then, I mean, I'm kind of like fudging the details because I can't remember everything correctly, but basically he and possibly his team, if they're still alive, receive a message from the Zeon headquarters, the higher ups, the general, whoever's their commanding officer, telling them you have to destroy the prototype Gundam within like the next 10 hours. If not, we're gonna launch a nuclear missile and wipe out the freaking colony. It's like, holy crap. Now Bernard is the only one left, and he knows he can't beat the Gundam, but he has to try, because he doesn't want all those people to get killed. Yeah. And then he knows the girl is the pilot. He knows he's gonna be fighting against the girl. He knows he's gonna be fighting against his new friend. He's trying to save Alfred and his family and all the other people in the colony. Yeah. Oh, I'm a little shaken up because whenever I think about the series, it kind of makes me sad. But like right when I think about Bernard, because so he knows he's going to his death. He has to kill the Gundam. He has to kill his friend, otherwise his superior officers were gonna blow up the colony and kill his other friend Alfred and everyone else in the colony. I'm gonna take a drink of water. So they have to. So they had the fight. They're fighting and fighting. He does his best to kill his new friend, destroy the prototype Gundam, but in the end, he fails. He loses, and the girl Christina ends up killing him, and destroys his Zaku or whatever it was, and I guess his corpse got decimated. I mean, I forgot how exactly he died, but basically they don't recover the corpse. She doesn't know who he killed. She just thinks it's some nameless Zeon pilot. And then she goes to Alfred, her neighbor, and tells him like, "Oh, I want to see like Bernard. Have you seen Bernard?" And then Alfred starts crying because he knows she killed Bernard. And she's like, "I don't understand why you're crying." Yeah. Okay, a little emotional over that. Okay, so Alfred is crying. He's upset because he knows, like, his best friend just got killed by his other friend, and she doesn't know. And then they sign. Okay, hold on 1 second. And then Zeon ended up signing a peace treaty with the Federation forces. Holy crap. Okay. If you've never seen a grown man cry before, here's your chance. I mean, there's no, like, it's not like flooding tears or anything. Just a little welling up and making it hard to speak coherently a little bit. Okay. I'll try to finish it up. And I forgot to talk about the other series. I ended up focusing on this way too much. Got emotional. Okay. Yeah, so basically, he's watching on TV. They sign the peace treaty. And then, like, his friends are like, kill all the Zeons. And, of course, he starts crying again. Because Bernie was his friend and he was a Zeon pilot. Okay. Yeah. So even though I haven't watched that in like years or maybe even a decade, just thinking about it makes me cry. Okay. Whew. Okay, moving on. Try to stop thinking about it. There was a game where like for the I think Nintendo DS or Game Boy Advance, but basically you get to save Bernard. So the game is in Japanese, but you can kind of figure out the controls. It's not that hard. So whenever I play that game, I haven't played that game in years. Also, like super long ago. But like when I did, I tried my best to save Bernard. I always want to give him a happy ending. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other characters, but I cared the most about Bernard and Alfred. It's very tragic. And also like I like the Zaku design. They had a separate Zaku design, and they had like Space Colony GMs. Once again, I didn't really care about the Gundam. Yeah. And then I saw the Mobile Suit Gundam F91. I'm not exactly sure what year it is supposed to be. Maybe it's in 0091, but basically, you're like, damn. The war keeps on going and it's never ending. Freaking hell. The forces never end. Keep on fighting. So this one takes place in the future. Everything was miniaturized, so everything is super small, and I don't remember much of the designs or the characters, but it's basically the same thing. Kid piloting a secret prototype Gundam. This plot pretty much repeats itself in a lot of the series. But yeah, sometimes different. But almost always the pilot is a young boy, young man, young teenager, and it's like he's piloting some prototype Gundam that's pretty much freaking indestructible, kills all the mobile suits. Yeah. And then Mobile Suit Victory Gundam, I never watched it. I never got a chance to watch it. Pretty much all the movies I mean the TV series and movies I didn't watch, they didn't have the DVDs, or I wasn't interested in it. And then Mobile Fighter G Gundam, I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I mean, like I looked it up, and it's basically like a fighting tournament between mobile suits. That doesn't interest me at all. It's like robot boxing or something, like robot Dragon Ball Z. Like, I don't know. I want to see like wars, factions, raw emotions from the characters. Yeah, maybe there is good scenes in it, but I never gave it a chance. And then next up is Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. I always talked about this briefly. I didn't like that. It's the Gundams pretty much freaking indestructible, and it's like, yeah. But I mean, for the most of the part, I usually like the mobile suit mass production suit. So I really like the Leo, which is the mass production version of the Tallgeese. The Tallgeese I actually liked because it didn't look like the typical kind of Gundam where, you know, super prototype where it looks like completely human stuff. The Tallgeese looked like an armored knight, which is kind of cool. And there wasn't like super realistic face going on. Yeah. And also almost every series has a masked man, which is the evil guy. That's also kind of cool. It's like one of those tropes for Gundams. Yeah. Okay, and then also one part, the evil guy is like Trace. I'm spoiling, like an old video spoilers, but like I already forgotten who. I think it was Fei Long or somebody else, but basically they cornered Trace, they got him. They could have ended the war right then and there. And it's like, oh, like let's have a duel. You know, you have to, like, you have honor, you're an honorable person. Let's have a duel. If you win, I surrender. You win the war or whatever. If I win, you have to let me go. And then they fight and duel, and then freaking hell, the Trace guy, whatever his name was, the evil guy, he wins. And then he's like, you have to abide your honor and let me go. And then he freaking does. It's like, what the F? You already captured him. You already defeated him. You should have freaking ended him right there. Ended the war. Jeebus. Like, you're sent to this planet or whatever. You're from the space colonies, like, whatever. And, like, your job is to freaking kill this dude. Not let him go. That's very upsetting. It also reminds me of the scene when Romance of the Three Kingdoms where Guan Yu lets Cao Cao go during the Battle of Chibi, aka Red Cliffs, because, you know, because of honor and stuff. Basically, a long time ago, Cao Cao recruited Guan Yu, and Guan Yu said, I'll only join you until I can find my brother Liu Bei. And eventually he did find news of him, so he went and retreated, left. And then, like, all the Wei generals basically say, like, no, you can't leave. You're like, you pledge your loyalty to Cao Cao, so you cannot leave and stuff. So they all try to kill him. And eventually Cao Cao, like, heard news of it, and then he pardoned him and let him go. He let him leave. So basically, Cao Cao was like, you have to uphold your honor. I let you go once. Now you let me go once. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it happened, but basically Guan Yu was like, I have to let you go because you let me go before. I have to repay the honor. And then, like, the other generals, they specifically said, we cannot let Guan Yu be the vanguard. We can't let him be the last person because we know they used to have close ties. Like, he might be honor bound to let him go. And then Guan Yu promised, like, nope, I absolutely won't. And then he freaking did anyway. Yeah. He could have freaking ended the war right there. Maybe in the real life it was nothing like that, or maybe it was honor, and honor does mean something, but you know what? It's the freaking war. I think honor might not be the top priority. Ending the war, especially if you believe the enemy is evil and stuff. But maybe the enemy isn't evil, so maybe that's why he let him go. And that's super way off topic. Let me try to finish this video. Okay, so the next one is Mobile Suit Gundam 008th MS Team. And this is one of the rare series I actually like the Gundam, the ground Gundam, because it looks really bulky, giant and bulky. Like I said, I like giant bulky robots, and it also looked really similar to the ground GM. So obviously I like the ground GM. And then for the the enemy forces, I believe it was just regular Zaku's, and then like they had some giant spaceship thing. Yeah, I didn't really like the Zeon designs, but okay. And yeah, so the ground gyms, the ground GMs, the ground gyms, and the ground Gundam, super duper awesome. After War Gundam X, I've never watched it. And also, most of these ones, like, they're alternate universe or take place in the future of the universal century. I don't, because the visuals are outdated, and I look at the designs, they all look freaky and like all round and sci-fi. Like, they look like something like out of Star Wars or something. Like, yeah, one of the Gundams literally is like all domes and stuff. Like, oh, disgusting. Anyway, that's yeah. Next one, Turn A Gundam. Also did not watch that. I think that's the one with the super dome freaky Gundam. Yeah. The A Gundam or whatever. V Gundam. G Savior actually managed to find that movie and watch it. And it sucked. And I'm not sure if it's canon or not, but it's supposed to take place at like 5,000 years or 300, 400, 500 years in the future of the original Universal Century line. Just like the Transformers, the movie is about Transformers. I want to see the freaking Transformers. F these human scenes. F these humans. So G Savior is about the Gundam pilots. But I mean, Gundam mobile suits. There's like almost no scenes with the Gundam mobile suits. They just look like generic humans. There's no classic Zeon or Federation or any of the fashions that I recognize or anything like that. And then it's just humans. And then when the Gundam suits finally appear, while design visually, I guess they looked okay for as the CGI goes, but they're so clunky. Like if you ever played the game like Armored Core, like that's how the robot should be moving, like freaking darting over the screen. But instead they're like, it was like they're like on moon or something, no gravity, and like super duper slow. It was like it looked more like those robots you see on YouTube where like, oh, we're building a robot right now, and he's like like super clunky movement, while in the Gundam it's like it'd be like regular walking like a human, like dashing off the screen and stuff like that. Yeah, so that movie sucked. And let's see, and then the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, I already talked about. I really liked it a lot. I really liked the designs. Yeah, I even like the Gundam a little bit. Then there's a Super Defender Gundam Force. Oh, that one actually made it to the US, the cartoon, where it was like, but I didn't actually, I watched some episodes, but I completely forgot about it. It had like a Night Gundam or something like that. So yeah, I don't really like the super deformed stuff because it doesn't look realistic. Yeah, and then the next one is Mobile Suit Gundam MS Igloo, the Hidden 1 Year War. This was awesome. Now this is awesome because now this is CGI done right. It's CGI, it's all CGI. I mean, computer generated imagery, maybe half the series is CGI, but it's like 3D. Like, so this is what G Savior should have been. It does have quite a bit of human scenes, but it has so much awesome battle scenes with the mobile suits and stuff. And they added a few new ones. So this one was on the view of the the Zeon. Yeah. So it's super duper awesome. It depicted the Federation of kind of evil though. Yeah. If you like Universal Century, you definitely like this. So this is good for the action pack. I mean, I'm sure there's some emotional moments, but because a lot of people, basically, I'll spoil it. Pretty much every episode, the prototype mobile suit dies, the pilot dies. Yeah. Pretty much every episode, somebody they create a brand new technology, and the pilot, the operator, freaking dies with this technology, so it ends up being useless. Yeah, that's one of the repeated themes in like the Mobile Suit Gundam series, the original, where Zeon keeps on trying to make a brand new technology and has to send their ace pilot or whatever to go pilot it and fade off against the Amuro Ray in the Gundam. I can't believe I didn't even say his name in the freaking first few minutes. Anyway, yeah, they're always trying to defeat him with their best ace pilots, their best, most elite pilots with the most brand new advanced technology, and it always fails. And apparently, that was the Federation plan. Oh, we're just gonna have this dude. We're just gonna have this super ultra powerful Gundam mobile suit, and attract all the attention of the entire Zeon forces. Wow, we killed them with tanks. Like, what the F? Honestly, I don't know how Zion did not kill the hell out of the Federation. They had superior tech for like 20 years or whatever, like from the beginning of the war. Throughout most of it, they definitely should have killed them all. I guess they didn't have enough numbers. And it kind of makes sense because they're all in space and they have to invade Earth. So I guess there's fuel and logistics and all that stuff and infighting. But I feel like Zion should have completely annihilated the Federation because they had mobile suits and spaceships and mobile armors and stuff, and Federation had nothing. Through most of the series, they had no mobile suits. It's just the Gundam, the GM cannon, and the gun cannon, and what's the other one? Gun tank. Yeah. They had like no mobile suits for like almost the entire series. Only towards the end they had like an army. So it doesn't, I don't understand how Zion had super high tech. They still couldn't win the war. Anyway, that's super duper off topic. So Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny is same thing as Gundam Seed. Yeah. I didn't even mention this. Yeah, none of these actually had any particularly brand new suits or anything. So yeah, MS Igloo Apocalypse 0079. It's this time it's the Federation forces. It's also CGI, 3D CGI. It was really cool, and you get to see Federation brand new mobile suits and tanks and stuff like that. Yeah. This one you actually saw like the Federation fighting against the Zion, like with tanks. They actually managed to kill a Zaku. So like they had to ambush him, of course. But so yeah, okay. Maybe I underestimated the Federation forces. And then there's Gundam Seed CE 73 Stargazer is a short miniseries, and it had like the Slaughter Dagger, which is the Strike Dagger from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, with like a stealth pack, all black and gray color suits. I think I have a video about the kit or not. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But I didn't actually finish watching the series. I wasn't really interested into it. I don't really like the side series. But sometimes I do, like the 0080. What? Did I not mention Stardust Destiny? I think I glossed over that. What? Mobile Suit Gundam's 0083 Stardust Memory, and I really liked it. Not as much as 0080, but it's really good. It had like cool designs, the GM Custom, GM Cannon 2, and and the Phasalis Gundam, the big fat nuke man. He had a giant bazooka. So basically, it's like really like Zionic in design, like big, fat, heavily armored with a giant bazooka. Usually the bazookas, it's the Zion forces that have bazookas. Mostly the Doms and the Rictoms. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, go back. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. I like that. Is it the Lodo, the machine that's like Transformer? Yeah, it's the mass production suit. It had some sci-fi, techie, like super advanced mobile suits. I wasn't that into it, and I'm not even sure if I watched the whole thing because it wasn't that interesting. Yeah. Later series I'm not really interested in because like I just love the Universal Sentry and that's pretty much it. SD Gundam Sengokuden Brave Battle Warriors. I actually love this because it's Romance of the Three Kingdoms meets Gundam. Except for the super deformed version, so it's not as good, but still. They're basically robots as the adapting the Romance of the Three Kingdoms storyline. I really like this a lot. Yeah. Not much to say about the designs because I don't really care about them, but I really liked it because they're all humanoid, the SD Gundams. Mobile Suit Gundam 00, the movie, Awakening of the Trailblazer. Holy crap, this video is super long, mostly because I spent like 20 minutes talking about 0080 and half of it was me crying. Anyway, Mobile Suit Gundam 00, the movie, it was kind of weird. Did I not talk about 00? Yeah. Yeah, 00 basically, I did talk about how it's super overpowered, super annoying. But I forgot about the designs. I really like the flag design, the Rialdo stuff, Enact. Actually, I like the flag better, the Union flag. But I really liked is the Amph, the Human Reform League Amph, and the Tyrian. Those are super cool because they're not exactly the same as the mono-eyed Zaku, but they're also mono-eye and they're big and bulky and green and brown and like they come in the earthy colors just like the Zakus. and they got like the machine guns, the bazookas and stuff like that. So it was a nice modern remake of it. See, that's what Gundam Seed Destiny should have done. Why did they have to make Zaku Warriors? They should have made some brand new, but also mono-eyed, giant, bulky, armored mobile suit. Anyway, so the Tyran's super cool, Amph super cool. There's a little nitpick thing because like apparently the Amph, which is the predecessor to the Tyran, is supposed to be like the AK-47 of the mobile suits. The only problem is, in the series, the Amph, I believe, didn't kill anybody. Maybe they might have killed the Tyran or another Amph, but for the most part, they do like 0 damage. They didn't destroy any other mobile suit. Maybe they killed some like little boys, like because that was like the intro or something. Like it's like, you know, terrorists using the Amph, killing little boy soldiers, child soldiers and stuff. Like that's it. You can just kill some humans. You can't kill another single mobile suit. Apparently they've been using it for decades or something. It's like the AK-47. You know, do you know what the AK-47 does? It kills people. It doesn't break. It doesn't jam. You know, you get it wet, get it full of sand or whatever. It's supposed to be like indestructible, easy to use, and it can kill people. I guess it's a little different because you're humans. They're squishy. They're not made of metal. But even with body armor, you could still get killed for AK-47 headshot. Helmet, body armor, still for the face shot. Or shooting your hands or something. You still get killed by AK-47. Even with the armor and the helmet, it could possibly penetrate. But depending on how close and the range, and it's the skill of the shooter anyway. Off topic, but yeah. So the Amph is definitely not the AK-47 of Mobile Suit Gundam. I mean, I guess it is the AK-47 in the sense that all the terrorists use it, all the militias use it, all the mercenaries. Did the mercenaries use them? But yeah, but in terms of, you know, being an effective weapon, you know, no, not even close. That was like a piece of garbage. It was like a wooden sword or something. It's a wooden it's like a metal coffin. It's a tin coffin. That's what it is. You get in it, you die because you're not killing anybody else. Which is also like later on, there's like Kafron. They're also like the rebels or whatever, and they instead of they use the Amphs, but they also use like the Tyrans and the flags and everything. I think I talked way too much. Yeah, they're using the Tyrans and the Amphs and the flags and Rialdos, trying to defeat the Federation's GNXs, and it's the same thing. The GNX is basically a mass-produced Gundam. It has super duper armor, fusion power and stuff like that. They can launch like entire like spaceships shooting a gazillion missiles, like all their mobile suits shooting all the missile launchers and machine guns and grenades or whatever. 0, no damage, unfazed, not a scratch, not a dent. The GNX blast a laser, freaking, they're all dead. Bogus, yo. Yeah, I did not like that series that much. Wait. The Gundams and the GNXs way too freaking overpowered. Completely wipes everything out. I think there's only one ace pilot. I forgot his name already. Oh my god, the Russian dude. I don't know if he's Russian, but he had a Russian accent. Like he had scars and stuff. He was using a flying float mobility Tyran, and he was able to like break Exia in half. Yeah, that was like I think that was the entire series. The only time where a mass production suit was able to damage a Gundam. Any other time, no scratch. You can shoot a nuclear missile and it's freaking unfazed. Anyway, enough rambling. And then pretty much the rest of the series I didn't really watch, but I did watch Gunpla Builders beginning G. Cool, because it's like you put a Gundam onto the thing and it's like 3D like Yu-Gi-Oh! So that was awesome. That was the miniseries, by the way. And the Mobile Suit Gundam Age, didn't watch it. I know nothing about it. I think I looked at the pictures and it looked weird, and I didn't want to watch it at all. Gundam Fighters, yeah, it's not related to the Gunpla Builders beginning G, because I mean, it's the same premise. You build a Gundam model kit, a Gunpla. You put it on the machine thing, and then it comes to life in the arena, and you're having a tournament and fighting each other. And then it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! In that sense, which I really, really like. And it's also like Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sense when you got to the freaking second season, all new, brand new cast, brand new storyline, brand new characters, all the other characters gone. I never finished the second season because I was like, F this. I want to see the first season characters. What is this? Like, who are these people? I don't care about these people. I want to see what happened to the other dudes. Other people. Yeah, so I never finished the second season of that. Maybe I should one day, but probably not. Yes, but I really like that because, you know, that'd be cool if it was in real life. You put a Mobile Suit Gundam on the freaking thing, and it comes to life. You control it like an actual Gundam and stuff. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, bring your toys to life. That, what was it? Indian in the Cupboard? That was a movie about bringing toys to life. Yeah, I really like that movie, by the way. I used to fantasize about like, oh, what if I could bring my toys to life? That was so cool. I mostly thought about having like toy soldiers and stuff, like bringing to life and like doing violent things. Yeah, that I was not a good kid. Very violent imagination. Anyway, so there's Mobile Suit Gundam San. What the hell is that? I have no clue. I don't know what that is. I'm just reading the Wikipedia, and Gundam Reconquista and G also. I think I heard about it, but also didn't. Oh, here's Gundam Build Fighters Try. Yeah, this was the brand new series, the sequel to Gundam Build Fighters with brand new cast, brand new characters, everything's changed, everyone's changed. Yeah. Don't care about it. Mobile Suit Gundam, the origin is basically a remake of the Mobile Suit Gundam, and I think I watched part of it. It was pretty cool, but it completely changes everything. And what the F? Why is this taking so long? Okay, I'm gonna finish it up, wrap it up. Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. I looked at it. It definitely has appeal in that it looks like it's mostly mass production suits versus mass production suits. It's like mercenaries and soldiers and stuff like that. I should watch it someday, but I never did because I kind of lost faith in the Gundam series. And then there's Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt OVA. I think I watched it. Yeah, because some of these were on YouTube. I think this was on YouTube actually, or was. Anyway. Yeah, some of them they were free to watch online, and I was watching online on the website or something. I don't know. I can't remember. That was several years ago. Mobile Suit Gundam, I remember it was pretty good because it had like a Zaku or something, but like extra technology. But I never finished it. Maybe I'll try to look it up. And then what the hell is? Okay, there's some series that are like on the way or something. Mobile Suit Gundam Twilight Access. Gundam Build Fighters Battle Log. Gundam Build Fighters GM's Counterattack. I'm sure I'm not gonna like it because it's gonna bring brand new cast. Did not like that about Yu-Gi-Oh! Always changing the cast and everything, characters and everything. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah. Also, I did not like the designs in Gundam Build Fighters because pretty much people were just mix mashing, making like teddy bear AQ or whatever, like cutesy designs, like designs that have nothing to do with the original Gundams, and like they look nothing like it. So I didn't really like the design, but I really like the concept. You put a Gundam model kit on the freaking tournament sensor, and bam, brings to life. Like it's like like Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, so that pretty much in conclusion. I mostly like the Universal Century Gundam series, but most of the later series I kind of lost interest in because it's just way too overpowered, unrealistic, and the designs, I don't like the designs. I'm kind of like a nostalgic person. I mostly like the really old designs, but also like the Gundam Seed designs, but not Destiny, and some of the mass production series like Gundam Wing, Double O, and stuff like that. Yeah, and I really like the concept of the bring your Gundam model kit alive in Gundam Build Fighters, and I think that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah. So if you wanted me to further talk about a specific series or something, I could do that, but I'm not gonna do that for Double 80 because I pretty much talked about the whole thing, bragging me to tears. Okay. Anyway, enough rambling. This is super way for too long. You probably won't even watch. You probably won't even reach to the end over here. But if you do, congratulations. Thank you. You're awesome. I'm glad you watched the whole thing, and hopefully you learned something about Mobile Suit Gundam, and maybe you want to watch some of the series yourself. So yeah, so if you have any comments on any of the specific series or any recommendations, maybe I'm wrong about some of the series, you want, like maybe I should give it another shot, I should watch it, be sure to let me know down below. Subscribe if you have not already, and support me on Patreon. Donate some cash money you have lying around. I could maybe buy some more Gundam DVDs, watch the other series, right? Okay, as always, thank you for watching. Until next time. My super duper longest vlog ever yet. Okay, bye bye.